I'm back! Did you miss me? Today I am bringing you some excellent news in regards to YouTube making some changes to how revenue is handled when one party claims the video of another party on YouTube using the Content ID system. I'm going to go into detail on that today, and if you've been wondering where I've been, I'm going to tell you where I've been and where I'm going to be in the coming weeks. Boo-boo-ba-doo. First, I wanted to thank Mick, who did an interview with me on the website Onions and Dimes. You could check out the link in the description below. You will learn more about me than you ever wanted to know and all of my thoughts on YouTube, including YouTube abuse and how to fix it, which is what we are talking about today. This is some of the most exciting news about copyright that we have seen in a long time in terms of how YouTube decides to handle it and what they are doing to protect their creators. So, I took a look at Susan's Twitter. She is the CEO of YouTube, and she posted this glorious tweet. Keep an eye on YouTube creators for an announcement about Content ID in the next hour. Make YouTube great again. We're listening. So for those of you who aren't familiar, there were two trending hashtags not too long ago. One was Make YouTube Great Again. The other one was Where's the Fair Use? But Make YouTube Great Again caught the eye of Susan. So taking a look at YouTube creators, we find this wonderful announcement. Creators, today we're announcing an improvement to Content ID. Find out more here. The links to all of this will be in the description below in case you want to read it for yourself. The way Content ID currently works right now is that if a company claims a video by a YouTuber, so let's say a music company claims a video made by a YouTuber who's using some of that music company's music, that YouTuber does not earn ad revenue during that time and it goes directly to that company. Now, if the YouTuber catches that claim and disputes it, then ad revenue is totally disabled during that period while it's under dispute. And then if the claimant rejects that dispute, all the ad revenue once again is going back to that music company. Now, this of course isn't just limited to music companies. This happens across all genres. It's huge within gaming, happens all the time, happens to people who want to review TV shows. Anytime you're using somebody else's content, there's a chance, even if it's just a clip, that that company might claim it. But now, the way that's handled is about to change. Here's what YouTube has to say about it. We understand just how important revenue is to our creator community, and we've been listening closely to concerns about the loss of monetization during the Content ID dispute process. Currently, videos that are claimed and disputed don't earn revenue for anyone, which is an especially frustrating experience for creators if that claim ends up being incorrect while a video racks up views in its first few days. Today, we're announcing a major step to help fix that frustrating experience. We're developing a new solution that will allow videos to earn revenue while a Content ID claim is being disputed. Here's how it'll work. When both a creator and someone making a claim choose to monetize a video, we will continue to run ads on that video and hold the resulting revenue separately. In other words, they'll be holding it in escrow, which was my suggestion and the suggestions that others such as Doug from Channel Awesome have made as well. Once the Content ID claim or dispute is resolved, we'll pay out that revenue to the appropriate party. Now, this system is going to be rolled out over the next few months, but here is what it's going to look like. As soon as you upload the video on YouTube, then monetization will start. Step 2, the claim is placed, which means said music company, like I used in my example earlier, will claim the revenue and the revenue will start to go to that company unless it is disputed, in which case it's held in escrow or this little jar that you see on screen, which is a great way to think of it. No one gets to dip their hands in that cookie jar until the dispute is settled. And that is step 3, which is that the money stays in the jar until the claim has been decided. And then step 4 is once the dispute is settled, then the money is appropriated to the party it belongs to. This way, ad revenue gets to be made during the entire dispute process. I think this is an excellent start towards addressing the problems that have been plaguing the Content ID system. And if you're interested in hearing more about how the Content ID system can be abused and how I think it could be solved, you can check out the video that I'll link above and in the description below. So now let's take a look at the bigger picture and some other things that are going on in the copyright world. Do I think this is a good thing? Yes, Absolutely. This is something that I've been advocating from the beginning, and I think it won't just be good for content creators, but it will be good for YouTube as well, because YouTube does take a cut of the ad revenue from each video. So by doing this, this should actually help YouTube make more money in the process, hopefully enough to offset the cost of establishing this escrow system in the first place. I think this is going to go a long way towards disincentivizing false claims. Now, if a company's just deciding to be a troll, they'll go ahead anyway and just make the YouTuber wait for their revenue. However, for people and companies who are motivated purely by that revenue and make claims that have no foundation, now the incentive of them being able to make money by doing so has been taken away. Now, if you've been wondering where I've been and where I am going to be, this does tie into the copyright issues we were just talking about. So all of these copyright issues and the fair use defense and limitations on copyright liability are covered under the Copyright Act of 1976, which is 17 U.S. Code Section 512. And the government is actually opening up to the public a roundtable discussion on how this act needs to be improved to meet current day standards. It was open for comment. People have already submitted their comments, but this is a roundtable to which you had to apply to be part of. And I'm going to be there next week. It is on Monday and Tuesday. So that's May 2nd and 3rd, and I'm really glad I'm going because there are a lot of big name companies and not too many individual content creators out there to defend our interests. We have people like HarperCollins Publishers, Viacom, Sony Music Entertainment, lawyers, companies that represent the rights of all sorts of publishers, and there are a few authors, photographers, and content creators going as well. So that is taking place in New York City, and that is where I'm going to be next week. As for where I've been doing some interviews like the one I mentioned on the Onions and Times blog, and I was also just at Pax East. And if you're interested in seeing what my experience was like there, I'm going to be posting a video within the next day or two on my gaming channel. I got to speak on panels with Polaris, and it was just such a fun experience. I couldn't have had more fun if I tried. If you like this video and found it informative, go ahead and hit that like button so that you can share it and help other people understand what's going on with the new changes to copyright claims on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe for more interesting stories that are worth a second look. You should watch this video too right now. There has been a lot of discussion around fair use and copyright abuse on YouTube lately.